Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Tyrone back with Tech Life, and T-Mobile makes another big announcement this morning. The U.S. Department of Veteran Affairs selects T-Mobile as primary wireless provider through 2032. Now, I was made aware of this a few weeks back that this was in motion, and T-Mobile has been with or a part of the Department of Veterans Affairs since about 2018, but it wasn't on a primary basis. So the Veterans Affairs, they've had some lines with Verizon, some lines with AT&T, and then they had some lines with T-Mobile. But now T-Mobile has managed to get the Veterans Affairs as a primary provider. This is about 50,000 lines. T-Mobile is also going to provide them with fixed wireless access as well. So let's read a little here. So after an extensive evaluation process, the U.S. Department of Veterans Affairs selected T-Mobile as its primary wireless provider. This extends T-Mobile's collaborations with the VA another 9 years. Again, like I said, they've been with them since about 2018. So as part of the agreement, T-Mobile will deploy an estimated 50,000 wireless lines for VA healthcare professionals, including doctors, nurses, social workers, and crisis hotline staff, so they can stay connected to the millions of veterans they serve. This contract also includes T-Mobile 5G internet, fixed wireless access for broadband at the VA communications, VA community-based outpatients clinics, which provides primary and mental health care in rural areas. So again, a pretty big deal. Like I said, we would get surprises like these. There's more coming as well. And a lot of people are asking, how is T-Mobile doing this? Are they undercutting the competition? And they probably are, right? They're undercutting them competitively. For T-Mobile, they have the balance sheet, they got the lower debt, so they got wiggle room, right? They could be like, okay, we will come in at X amount of dollars if you take all of your lines with us, and that's how they're attacking Verizon and AT&T. So these businesses and government agencies no longer have to pay the amount that they've been paying potentially to be with AT&T, or have to split it up between all three providers. Now T-Mobile comes in at a reasonable cost, and they just choose T-Mobile as the primary versus having to use T-Mobile to keep the others lower, right? Because what happens is AT&T comes in at this cost and Verizon comes in at this cost, and it's too high, right? So they start going with T-Mobile for a few thousand lines so they can keep Verizon and AT&T cheaper. And they kind of do that with Verizon and AT&T too, right? They choose AT&T to keep Verizon a little cheaper. They say, hey, look, we're not going to take all our lines with you. How much would you charge us for this amount of lines, right? So now T-Mobile comes in and they're like, look, if you bring us all of your lines, we will go cheaper than what you had with all three of us. And then that's how they're getting the business, and it's competitive, right? Now, if Verizon and AT&T want those lines back at some point in the future, they would have to match that price, or maybe go even lower depending on what the cost structure is. So, if T-Mobile can deploy these 50,000 lines, fixed wireless access, and they have good service, that's gonna signal that they will probably not go back with Verizon and AT&T where it's more expensive. So just wanted to break that down with you, how that works. I was told the numbers, not going to disclose that on this video, but that's what's happening. T-Mobile has been chosen as the primary wireless provider for the VA, and there's going to be more surprises like this. T-Mobile is now in that position to really go after this. They're 3 years in on the merger, and then next year and the year after, the rural footprint will get better. That's why it says rural telehealth in here, and they are taking that opportunity, and they're doing big things with it. So stay tuned to the channel for more. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, follow the social media outlets for more updates. This is Tyrone with Tech Life, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.